Jai Mata Di, welcome to The Fusion Theory. This is Tanushree and today we have brought to you a special Navratri South Indian breakfast platter that you can easily make during this fasting season. So we have the recipe for these amazing Medu Vadas that are made without using any rice flour or pulses. Now look at these idlis, they look and taste just like your regular idlis, but you can have them during this Navratri season as they are made without any rice or dal. These crispy dosas too are vrat friendly. Basically everything is made without using any rice, wheat or legumes. This is a no onion, no garlic spread that has been created specially for this fasting season. There is this potato masala, coconut chutney, spicy sambar made without using any onion, garlic or any spices, not even the sambar masala. Plus we have the recipe for the veg upma as well. So a lot is coming up, so stay tuned and subscribe if you haven't already, because we'll be bringing you many such amazing fasting recipes in the coming days of Navratri. Now let's get started. First we'll make the sambar. For making the sambar, we'll begin by roasting fennel, 1 tablespoon. Now roasted fennel has an amazing flavor and it will replace our sambar masala. Now some people think that they can't have fennel during Navratri fast, but that is a myth. Now eating fennel seeds was a luxury in the olden times and it was very expensive, so it was mostly confined to the royal kitchens. But now times have changed and it is no more a luxury or remain exclusive to the select few. Now if you eat pepper during your fast, then you can definitely eat fennel as well, because in ancient times pepper was used as a currency. It was that expensive. Now I thought of using fennel also because down south in the Chettinad cuisine uses a lot of fennel and it adds a very distinctive flavor to the food. So this sambar will replicate the Chettinad flavors. Now take the fennel out in a mixer jar and pulse grind to a powdery consistency. Now in a kadhai, heat 1 tablespoon of ghee and add 2 dry red chilies. Fry for a little. Now add 2 chopped tomatoes. Now fry the tomatoes until they turn mushy. Now take it out in a mixer jar and add coconut 2 tablespoons and grind it to a fine paste. Now this will replace our dal. Now again in the same kadhai, I'm going to heat some ghee and add a sprig of curry leaf. Add some veggies that are vrat friendly. Here I have used carrot and bottle gourd. Fry these vegetables a little, like around 3 to 4 minutes, and then add the masala. Mix the masala and fry again for 2 to 3 minutes. Now add the roasted fennel powder. Mix it. And add dry mango powder half teaspoon and salt to taste. Here I have used rock salt, which you can have during the vrat of fasting. Mix everything and then add water 2 cups. Mix again. Now cover and let the sambar cook until the vegetables are done properly. Now it's almost 15 minutes. Now let's open and check. You can see our vegetables are thoroughly cooked and our sambar is ready. So our first item, sambar, is ready. Now let's move towards making the coconut chutney. For making the coconut chutney in a mixer grinder, take half of a medium sized coconut, add green chili 1. If you eat ginger, then you can use half an inch of ginger as well. Add roasted peanut 2 teaspoons, dry mango powder or amchur powder 1 teaspoon and grind it with water as required to a thick and smooth consistency. Now add salt to taste and mix it. You can see this is how we want our coconut chutney to be. Neither too watery nor too thick. This is just perfect. Now we'll prepare the tadka for our chutney. For making the tadka, Heat ghee 1 teaspoon and add 2 dry red chilies and a sprig of curry leaf. Fry till it's done and then pour it over our chutney. You can also use black sesame half teaspoon if you want to replace the mustard that goes in the original coconut chutney. But we are not going to use it because we are making it vrat friendly. Now chutney is ready. Let's move towards making the idli. For making the idli, I have soaked sama rice. These are also known as barnyard millet. I've taken 1 cup of sama rice and soaked it for 3 to 4 hours. I've also soaked tapioca pearls or sabudana half cup for 3 to 4 hours. Now grind these together in a mixer jar using curd 1/4 cup. You don't need to add any water here. Now add salt to taste. Mix it properly. And keep it aside for at least 1 hour. So our idli batter is ready. Now I'm going to divide this batter into two, as the same batter goes into making the dosas as well. So I'll take the required quantity in a bowl. And since it's a vrat recipe, so we are not going to use any ENO or any soda as a leavening agent. So what we are going to do, so here's a trick. Take a whisk and beat the batter as much as you can, at least for 4 to 5 minutes, so that air incorporates into the batter and your idlis turn out to be really nice and fluffy. So here I have beaten the batter for around 5 minutes, and now I'm going to grease my idli molds and pour the batter into them and steam it just like your regular idlis. So in goes the idlis into the steamer and cover and cook for at least 12 to 15 minutes. Now meanwhile, we'll prepare the upma. So for making the upma, heat ghee 1 tablespoon in a kadhai, add a sprig of curry leaf, add chopped green chili 1, add carrots as required, fry for 2 to 3 minutes. Now we'll add roasted peanuts 2 teaspoon, crushed black pepper 1 teaspoon and soaked sama rice half a cup. I have washed and soaked the sama rice for half an hour. Now fry the sama rice along with the veggies for at least 4 to 5 minutes. Now we'll add tomato, 1 small tomato chopped, grated coconut 1/4 cup, chopped coriander 2 teaspoon. Mix everything. Now add salt to taste and water 1 cup. So for half a cup of sama rice, we need 1 cup of water. Now mix everything and cover and cook over low flame for 15 minutes. Now 15 minutes are over and let's check our upma. You can see our upma is completely ready and cooked, and it looks amazing and it tastes delicious as well. Now upma is ready. Let's go and check out our idlis. So the idli is done as well. I have switched off the gas and I'm going to take it out and demold it and show it to you. And check out the idlis. They have turned so fluffy and amazing, just like your regular idlis. You can't make out that these are specially vrat idlis. And let me open and show it to you. So you can see the idlis have fluffed up really nice without using any soda or ENO, and these are amazing. Here I also have made medu vada, so let me show you the medu vada as well. And you can check out the inside. So it looks just like your regular medu vada, but I have made it in a very different way. Let me show you how. So for making the medu vada, grind sama rice 1 cup along with tapioca pearls or sabudana 2 teaspoon. So this is how it should be into a powdery consistency. Now keep it aside. Now bring 2 cups of water to a boil and add half a teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of ghee. Now as soon as the water starts boiling, you notice the few bubbles at the bottom, we'll add our powder. Now mix the water and the powder continuously to form a dough. You have to be really fast here because you don't want any lumps into the dough. So if you use a flat spoon, it will become much easier. So keep mixing it over low flame. And as soon as it reaches this kind of consistency, we'll switch off the flame and let it rest covered for at least 5 minutes. Now 5 minutes are over. Let's open and check. Our dough is ready, but this is very hot at this point of time. So we'll take it out in a bowl and let it come to a lukewarm temperature. Now once it has come to a lukewarm temperature, add mashed potato 1, chopped green chilies 1, chopped curry leaves 1 sprig, crushed black pepper 1 teaspoon, powdered roasted peanuts 1/4 cup. This will help you in binding. You can also use singhade ka atta 2 teaspoon if you want more binding, but I haven't used here. Chopped coriander 1 tablespoon and add salt to taste. Now mix everything together. Now we'll shape our medu vadas. Now for shaping the medu vadas, first you have to grease your hands. Take out a little amount and press it into your palms just like the way you make your chapati dough, and then make a round ball out of it. Then using your index finger, make a hole in the center. Just make sure that the outer surface is very smooth and doesn't have any cracks. So similarly, we'll make all the vadas. Now heat oil in a kadhai or ghee. Once the oil or ghee is hot enough, lower the flame and then drop your vadas. You have to be careful to not touch the vadas until the outer surface of the vada is cooked thoroughly, because if you do so, then you might end up breaking the vada just like I have one. So I'm going to show you what happens if you touch the vada once it is not done completely from the outer side. So this is what happens. You can see the vada has broken from one side, and just so that you don't end up messing your vada, so I'm showing you the mistake that I have done. Now once the vadas are done from the outside, you can flip them and cook them thoroughly. So now the vadas are done, we'll move towards making the dosa. Now you can see that I have done something with my iron tawa using salt. Now if you want to know what it is, then check out the link in the info button or in the description. This is to turn your normal regular iron tawa into non-stick. Now just the way you make your normal dosa, just grease the tawa or non-stick pan with some ghee and then place your dosa just the way you make your normal dosas. Just you have to make sure you don't add any water into the batter. So we'll wait for the dosa to turn crispy. Meanwhile, once the outer layer has cooked, just put some ghee on top so that it doesn't crack, because we have not used any dal over here. So only using rice flour or sama rice flour might end up breaking or having cracks in the outer layer. Now the dosa is done. Take it out and make all the dosas likewise. Now dosa is done, but we have to make the potato masala. So for making the potato masala, heat 1 teaspoon of ghee in a kadhai. Now add curry leaf 1 sprig, chopped green chili 1, crushed roasted peanuts 2 teaspoon. Now fry everything for 2 to 3 minutes. Now add boiled potatoes half cup. Add grated coconut 1 tablespoon. black pepper 1/4 teaspoon, salt to taste, chopped coriander 1 teaspoon. Now mix everything and let it cook for 2 to 3 minutes and our amazing potato masala is ready. So here's the Navratri Vrat breakfast platter, South Indian style. It tastes amazing, guys. So even if you're fasting or not, then you can definitely try this out. And once you try it out, let me know in the comments how do you like it. So subscribe to The Fusion Theory if you want to see more such amazing Navratri recipes that are coming your way shortly. Till then, wishing Happy Navratri to you.